For sure. We'll bring that up. Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We are live. Did I do it right, Fitzgerald?
Yeah,
live.
I say we are live.
We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining. Before we get started, in fact, let me get this banner going. There goes the banner at the bottom, everybody. Before we get started, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Again, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Buy some merchandise while you're there, you guys. Okay, buy some merchandise, not just one shirt. Okay, this is the Africa is the Now shirt, but don't just buy one. All right, everyone in your family, your cousins, your aunties, brothers, sisters, nephews, neighbors, acquaintances, everybody at your church, your mosque, your gym, everybody needs a shirt. All right, so go to dynastymirror.com and get your Dynasty Mirror merchandise, and also buy some books. I'm an author, so buy a book. I mean, I know you guys are reading books, so buy one of Dynasty Mirror's books. There you go. All right, like, share, and subscribe to the content. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the content. We really would appreciate you guys' support. And while you're at dynastymirror.com, join our email list so you can stay up to date in regards to what's going on with Dynasty Mirror. Without further ado, I have my brother on with us, Mr. Fitzgerald. Chose the wrong school, called Alabama Stevens.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Great. Maybe the next lifetime I can get it right, brother.
So everybody, thank you so much for joining. Today's topic, usually I'm on in the mornings when I wake up. I meditate before I go to the gym, and also I kind of search for interesting articles and topics that me and Fitzgerald could speak on, and also topics that I could speak on. When I come out by myself later on in the day. And so I found this article this morning in regards to. In fact, let me go ahead and share the article, you guys. All these ads and pop-ups, goodness. Okay, no, I don't want to go there. All right, there we go. So this is from Newsweek.
Newsweek, okay.
Yeah. So basically, everyone, there's a shout out to ZEI Beats in the house, everybody. There is a 10 trillion, that's with a T, trillion dollar debt bomb, corporate debt bomb, is waiting to explode the U.S. economy. What does that mean? So corporations, they have debts as well.
Yes.
And obviously, if they can't cover those debts, the collectors are going to come for them. So if you're working for a corporation that has debt that they can't pay, how does that affect you? So there's this $10 trillion corporate debt bomb that's about to explode. And you have to think about it. What's the U.S. Debt, Fitzgerald, like 23 trillion?
I think it's all close to 26.
So $26 trillion U.S. debt. Corporations that we work for, are good jobs, the jobs we love. In fact, Fitzgerald, it's funny. I guarantee you, and I'll use myself as an example, even though I think Cintas is debt-free. When you interview for your jobs, Fitzgerald, did you ever ask about their debt?
Of course not. Of course,
because we were just happy to get a job and get paid, so we didn't
care. Yeah, but let me stop you on that, man. That's a great question. But some jobs do pull your credit report.
Will pull yours though, right?
It will pull yours. Yes, they will. Especially if you're in fiduciary capacities, financial services, or you're going like for let's say like you as a CFO or high level when you deal with banks. Even some banks do it with their tellers. They want to know how you are credit wise, because in their mind, credit worthiness means responsibility. It means that you take care of business. Remember when I told you that story, Prince Amir, that when I was a busboy back in the late 80s, late 80s, when I would go up to Connecticut to earn money to bring back to college for college, but when I started in the fall, I work in the summer. I used to work at this high end club. It was called the Landmark Club Association, and this very very ritzy, high end, affluent club. So they're all over America. And I was working a venue during the evening one evening, and I was sitting in there and with a whole bunch of the patrons, a couple of patrons, and I overheard this guy taught me one of the most important financial lessons I ever learned. And he said, you are only good as your word. And in business, your word is your credit rating. Your word is your credit rating. You're only good as your word. And in business, your word is your credit rating. So we're dependent on the capacity of job you're looking in, some insurance, people pull that. People pull that. And you can be disqualified if there's a whole bunch of negative stuff on there.
Right.
In that position, even though you're qualified for it.
Right.
So it makes a deal, it makes a deal. So companies, corporation pull your credit rating, you can pay higher interest rates. You can pay higher insurance rates. This is fact. So if companies going, they have credit ratings, and depending on their ratings, it determines the percentage point, what they can borrow at, or if they can borrow. And if if they can't pay that debt, assets got to be liquidated. But nevertheless, that can really affect the employees for no fault of their own, because the company don't get out there telling you much about their financials. Only one thing the average worker wants to know about a company's financial. Will my check cash when I go take it to the bank?
Exactly. Real quick, Fitzgerald, gold is at $1,961 an ounce. But go ahead. I just want to show you.
Okay, and so it's very important. So if they cannot pay those debts, Prince Amir, man, they're going to have to sell assets. They're going to have to sell assets, or they put themselves in a position to be bought or merged, or merged with another company who has stronger assets. But nevertheless, that could put those people, their employees, probably in a precarious situation. That, like, listen, I mean, if these guys can't pay their bills, we're going to have to shut this division down, or we can't expand to this market. It's a big deal. It affects every debt is a killer, man. You have got to hate debt. I said the number one threat to your money, to your wealth, is taxes, and right up at that, number two is debt ratio. I'll probably say that they're like twin brothers. Mm-hmm. I don't think now come to think, I don't think really one is more important than other, because if you have taxes extracting wealth out, and you have huge debt loads taking wealth away from you too, man, you're still in the same boat. So you definitely gotta figure out ways to eliminate that. And you know what? You ought to be concerned about a company. How they look. You ought to check companies out just like they're checking you, because you're in there, especially you're in for the long haul. You want to see if they're going to be around. Dinesh, you don't remember this, and we don't need to call the company, and we're not. But you remember a company I was getting ready to work for, software company. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Before I took that job, I called you. Right. But a couple of years back, and one of the first things came out of your mouth, and you even before you said, "Hey, congratulations, Fitzgerald," you're like, "Hey, man, I heard they were really, really strong in debt." As a matter of fact, you sent me an article with it.
Right.
And I said, "No, man, they restructured, which they did, and they're doing quite well now." But you was doing your research diligently on that. About going over 3.5 years. And you told me that first thing you told me, man, these guys are really, really in debt. So be careful with that. No. And so, that was wise counsel, man. So, what do you see this stuff? Where do you see this stuff headed, Prince?
Well, obviously if the companies can't pay their bills, that affects the employees.
Okay. Well,
so I mean, basically where this is going in the chat room, you guys. And I'm going to finish an article as well. In the chat room is my Karatbars affiliate link. And we're going to get into Karatbars here shortly. Sign up as an affiliate, okay, and I will personally call you. Again, click on my affiliate links in the chat room. is at the ticker at the bottom. It's also in the description. Sign up as an affiliate, and I'm going to personally call you. I mean, where this is going, Fitzgerald, if I have trillions of dollars, I mean, you have to, oh, here's another article for sure. And in fact, I was planning on speaking on this. So this past second quarter was the worst quarter in about, oh my God, it's almost 80 years in regards to America's GDP. The worst in about 70, 80 years. So obviously that impacted corporate America's numbers as well for companies. I know I still keep up to date in regards to how my former company is doing is Cintas, and they didn't hit their projections either. So you have all these companies who aren't hitting their projections and who are in the red for this past second quarter and past first quarter as well. So if you're in the red, if you have debt, obviously you can't pay your creditors. Who's that going to impact?
Well, that's going to make you vulnerable. You take companies. You take companies at Apple Computer, about $150 billion cash reserves. Berkshire Hathaway, for Warren Buffett, you guys often hear me quote him. About another 140 billion dollars in cash reserve. Facebook, Amazon, my God, you got if the owner of the company is worth about 179 billion, you can imagine the cash reserve that Amazon have. What I mean by cash reserves, man, you got cash reserve, you have a fire sale that you can go out there and buy vulnerable companies because you know what, and your debt ratio is all that is that high like that, your stock is vulnerable. So I can come in there and really pick that up. Like, for example, little thing like that. But I don't guess it's small, but it talks about this subject of what we're talking about right now. Prince Amir, I'm a Sprint phone customer. Been one for several years. Right. We just got bought. The Sprint just got absorbed into T-Mobile.
All right.
Okay, and so obviously the stronger companies buys the weaker company, and so that's going to make T-Mobile's position probably a little bit stronger. But the thing is, what if you're a big time executive banging with Sprint?
No, what
if you're a high paid middle manager or senior manager, and you lost you came out on the wrong end of the merger. Are you feeling good about your 6-figure, high 6-figure job with all the perks, or are you wondering like, wow, what's going to happen? I know what's going to happen. The software company I work for, they came in there and it was announced over a meeting, about one, and it went nationwide because the company has a presence all over the United States. And man, they announced that we had acquired this huge competitor, and guess what? A lot of those people in that competitor, man, they had to get the heck on. Right. They had to compete for their jobs and things like that. So you're gonna see a few more mergers these days with people trying to compete, but those mergers are going to be someone's going to have to lose on that, and people who are going to lose on that is people who generally positions are overlapping. That means they're going to that's a fancy way for saying they're going to be out of job, because debt is debt. That's as detrimental to companies as it is to individuals. Debt is debt. I mean, and it all comes down to cash flow, Prince. I mean, you have to have cash flow. I mean, we Prince Amir and myself, we are huge proponents of creating residual income streams, always putting yourself in an economic fierce position, so you have something to stay off the wolves in the event that they come after you, and better believe they will. And you're going ahead and you're saving in gold, which is on a record tear right now. I think gold should hit $2,000 per an ounce probably for the end of next week. Right. As far as what it's doing. So you definitely want to acquire much of that as you can, however you can. I can say the same thing about silver. I can say the same thing about real estate. I can say the same thing about precious artwork, diamonds, appreciating assets, stuff that's going up. But we here at Karatbars, we deal with gold, the tier one asset. And to me, gold is very, 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 very sexy at this time. It really is, So, it's been money for the last 5,000 years. It helps us create wealth streams. In addition to appreciating in value, that's also increasing our wealth. Karatbars also allows us to have our own home-based business, which can also increase our wealth by helping us minimize taxes, and allows us to transfer that wealth over to others. So we can do business in 149 countries, by way of a cell phone, a computer, and it helps us create that income that allow us to liquidate debt and build wealth at the same time. So that's what it is right now. When we're talking about this economy right now, you don't have a luxury standing still anymore. Right. I mean, you don't have nor do you have the luxury. Let's wait and see what's happening. Let's wait and see what's gonna go on. My youngest brother and I, we were talking this morning. We both agreed. Shoot, 2020, you might as well write that off.
Oh yeah.
This is gone, man. This is gone.
Well, let me interject, Fitzgerald. It depends what industry you're in and what you're working on. Like for me, tours, I'm writing it off. But for everything else, Karatbars, books, my other enterprises, it's going to be a great year.
Yeah, exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, please catch what this man has said. It's going to be a great year. He was saying it's going to be a great year. What he's saying, it's going to be a great year for me, regardless. Yeah, Fitzgerald just made a statement about, what the other things. I ain't concerned about that because, I'm in a different business model. I'm in a model that, that sort of insulates me from that because I have an online business. I'm saving in my goal. Now, also catch another thing he said with my tour company. In other words, he already knows his tour company is knocked out the box. What would happen if that was his only income? What would be going on with him right now? I assure you, he wouldn't be sitting up here at 1:56 in the afternoon talking, coming on, making videos. He'd be out there hustling, trying to figure out how he's going to find an income. But because he's diversified and because he created several revenue streams, it's primarily one being with Karatbars. You know what? He's able to. Okay, I'm fine. We have one engine shut down, but the other three engines are still able to fly the plane. So and then eventually that other engine, the tour company, will come back online, and I'll be fine. But in the meantime, I can still thrive. That's the position you want to be in. And gold, good God, man, what it's doing. You get gold in small gram increments. You don't got to go out there and buy a kilo. You can buy like a gram of gold. A gram of gold. You can go ahead and get that. You can get you 0.1 gram of gold by like this is called cash gold. The note you see in it, the little gold you see there is actually gold. I could pick this up all day long for less than a Wendy's combo meal, which I don't recommend you eat. But I could pick, or any fast food time, $7 and you take $7 and you save in gold. But you know what? I assure you it won't be $7, by the end of the year. It won't be $7, by the end of next year or the middle of next year. It certainly won't be $7, within 5 years. You will still have paid $7, but it's going to be worth more than what you pay for it. That's what you have to get. He who has gold always has money. And and people can say, well, you know what? Other things out there too. What about silver? Great, jump on it. Jump on it. What about real estate, man? If you have some cash right now, it's a buyer's market dream. I understand realtors are so dang busy, that it's incredible. All over the country, people are gobbling and buying up these properties. Those are people who have cash. But on the other hand, for the people who are on the other end of the equation, 23 to 24 million evictions and foreclosures, a combination of evictions and foreclosures get ready to happen. I got a letter. I got a text from my insurance company. Hey, Fitzgerald, the insurance payments are no longer suspended. That has ended. So with other words, they're saying, well, hey, get us our money, and everybody's saying that now. Right. Everyone's saying that now, and stuff. So you have to take control, ladies and gentlemen, your own economy. You have to be in the right place with the right product at the right time. And that's exactly what Karatbars does. You know, it enables you to build a global business by registering your own gold franchise, getting you a business package, you know, and just go ahead and creating you a residual income, saving in gold, being able to leave assets and income streams to your family in the event of your death, or and better yet, enjoy it while you're alive. You know, it works on the leverage component. You know, but you're getting paid, you know, as other people decide to start their gold savings account, and they get their packages and they decide to duplicate that. And pretty soon you can have a global team, affiliate team, a sales team, whatever you want to call it, all over the world in 149 countries. And you're getting a small percentage of everyone in your network, as long as they keep acquiring gold and other assets through Karatbars. It's quite a simple thing. You know, you don't hear Prince Amir and I talking about, well, you know, this is well, we're down and our business is down like this. Actually, this business right here of our Karatbars, it's increasing exponentially. Why? People know they got to do something. Okay, you know, look at the back end. Okay, I'm transferring my paper dollars into gold. What gold is doing right now, I don't even need to explain. I don't need to say, you know, you can go on gold price, goldprice.org. You can look at CNBC, Yahoo Finance, you know, Market Watch, and they can tell you exact Bloomberg report. They can tell you exactly what gold is doing, you know, and so that's why you want to have that. You want to have that in your portfolio. I'm talking about something you can have in your hands. The CEO and founder of Karatbars, Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes, he has taught us something I highly agree with, Prince. And he said, in the event of a financial crisis, I think this one qualifies for one, you want to at least have 100 grams of gold on your person. Okay. Now I hear someone in the audience saying, well, Fitzgerald, that's great. I agree. How do I spend it? You don't. You know, you're not interested in spending that. What you simply do is you build you a residual income by showing other people how to acquire gold and saving gold. And as they do the same thing, you can create your residual income that's paid weekly to you, and once a month. You know, you can be paid in euros. Meantime, you don't touch your gold. Now, I'm not going to take that position saying, well, it's up to you whether you want to touch your gold. You don't touch your gold. Why would you touch your gold? That stuff is constantly keep going up. This is worth way more than what I paid for it. Why would I want to get rid of that? So if I want to live, you know, I go ahead and share this with others, show other people how to set their business up, get paid in euros, and then I use my euros to pay for my RAV4, use my euros to pay for my food and haircuts and any other thing that I need. I save my gold because that's part of my wealth portfolio for my beneficiaries, and you know, the income stream that I can make can be significant. You know, based on my efforts and based on the efforts of my network. And so that's really what we do. As Mr. Ty Best, the creator and founder of Wealth Builders, our senior upline partner, he would say it's quite simple. Save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. It really is. You know, this is not a job. This is not a job. And you're going to love the fact that it's not a job, because you know what? You determine how much you make, based on your efforts and based on your tenacity. Doesn't make a difference if you're male, female, black, white, Latino, Indian. It doesn't make a difference. Jew, Gentile, it doesn't make a difference. All you got to do is be 18 years or older, you know, register your account, get you a business package, and then we just start going ahead and duplicate this thing, save your assets, and start showing you how to build wealth. You know, that gives you tax breaks because you have a home-based business. And so it makes sense, you know. And so when you hear most of the headlines, the unemployment checks about to run out, which is going to probably happen at the end of this month, not unless something's done, and foreclosures, evictions, it's going to happen. It's already in process right now. I know, and going and unemployment rises dramatically. The defaults rising dramatically. That all comes down because people don't have necessary sufficient income coming to their house. Well, you say, of course they don't have, Mr. Fitzgerald, they don't have necessary sufficient income, but they don't have jobs. I'm not talking about a job. See, you don't need a job. You don't need a job to earn income. You really don't. Now, for those of you who think I just fell off and bumped my head, let me finish. You need a system. You need a system that brings you in wealth. You know, would you say that would you say that entrepreneurs really believe they have a job? I think we think more that we have a calling, but we're just able to parlay that calling into an income. And so what you're doing is saving gold, telling other people, you know, making a lot of money. I mean, okay, I don't sell you this. I don't have any gold to sell you. Prince Amir doesn't have any gold to sell you. Why we don't even sell our own self gold. We acquire our gold by way of Karatbars, and then other people who decide they want to open up their business, you know, which is in our business, which is in your business. They have their own way of acquiring gold. We don't have to send them and ship them anything. And just because they get that, you know, you could get a percentage of what they do based on the production. And you know, you still got your tax breaks and everything else like that. And you're able to create an income that can easily put you in some of the top income earners, you know, going just by you doing something for yourself. You have a system that you can run from home. You know, I mean, it just kind of hit me today, man, with this virus. You know, and I'm a not a skeptical man. I'm an optimistic man. You know, God has allowed me to walk on this earth 55 years. I'm healthy, you know, and I'm feeling pretty good and doing everything. But I can't deny, you know, when I keep 2 masks in my vehicle, when I get ready to go in the stores. Now I can't deny to like wait a minute. I don't think I need to keep going down to the gym anymore. I probably got to go ahead and call them and get this stuff canceled. I mean, it's disrupting lives. And, I mean, I don't think there's really going to be much of a football season down here.
Sure. They I think the NCAA approved that games could start August 29th.
Okay. University of Alabama, we had about 4 to 5 players contracted COVID.
Man, for sure. They don't care for sure. I mean, okay. And that's when
they did. All I did is I know, say like for instance, Dante Hightower, University of Alabama graduate who plays with the New England Patriots right now, all pro. He said, I'm not playing. 5 Patriots already opt out right now. The whole Miami Marlin baseball team down here in Miami, Florida, you know, which is 4 hours away from me in Tampa to the south. They said about almost half of their team is contracted COVID. They're right at half of their team. Well, you know, and so if it's the Miami Marlins, then in baseball, I'd be kind of concerned about the Miami Dolphins and the Miami Heat. You know, I mean, this is serious. And so you have a triple storm. You have okay. Someone tells you, okay, we had to shut down. We don't know how long it's shut down. Okay, understood. You know, understood. People got lives. What are you going to do for income? Another thing they're telling you, okay, we don't know how long you're going to be shut down, but we don't got no more money to give you. We're thinking about maybe giving you another $1,200, but I'm not hearing anything where they're talking about Prince like, okay, we're getting ready to suspend companies anymore. Payment for companies, because you know what companies doing in the back end, and this is exactly what I'll be doing if I was with them. Man, they calling their lobbyists up like, listen, dude, you vote against something like that. We already been choked out for 4 or 5 months. You vote against something like that, we can't support you in these elections. We can't do that. No, because this is smoking us. You know, how do you expect us to provide services? And they're absolutely right, without getting paid for it. Not unless you're going to give us some income. But really, and I don't mean to sound this in a ungrateful way. What could people actually do with $1,200?
Pay rent for the month.
I mean, how you gonna do it?
Well, let me stop. I mean, depending where you live, pay rent for the month. Depending where you live.
Well, once again, I would be grateful when I got my last $1,200 stimulus check. I was grateful. I'm not gonna flex, but I'm glad I had my Karatbar business. I'll put it to you like that.
Right. For sure. I wanted to finish this article real quick.
Please go right ahead, because I'm looking at some of the comments right now.
Yeah, so let's see here. Even before, so again, guys, a $10 trillion corporate debt bomb is waiting to explode the U.S. economy. And that's bomb, B-O-M-B, bomb. All right, so obviously these corporations have debts that they have to pay, but if they're not making, or if they're not generating the revenue, because the second quarter fiscal year 2020, I mean, hit America hard. So if they're not generating the revenue to pay off these debts, then they have to find a way to liquidate so they could pay these debts. And so that means you right now, if you're watching this, if you have a corporate job, I would ask the question like, hey, do we have any debt? Because I know my former company, they were debt free, but a lot of companies operate in debt. So I would ask that question. Hey, do we have any debt? How much debt is it? Okay, are we behind on paying that debt? How do you guys plan on paying it? Because trust me, they will have no problem letting you go so they could pay that debt. So even before the pandemic reached its height, the IMF was warning in January that the world's largest economies like the US were unprepared for a slowdown. Fast forward half a year with millions of lost jobs and thousands of businesses gone bankrupt in the US. Because of novel coronavirus, the word slowdown is inadequate to describe the scale and speed of the economic collapse. And the pandemic could yet throw another grenade at the economy, a massive corporate debt explosion. The American economy has lived on debt for a long time. The ratio of the total debt of the government, business, and consumers relative to GDP has more than doubled since the 1980s. Record low interest rates following the 2008 financial crisis further swelled the debt significantly. U.S. companies owe more than $10 trillion, which is nearly half of the country's 2019 GDP of $21.5 trillion. Taking other forms of businesses' debt into consideration, including partnerships with small businesses, that figure stands at an eye-watering $17 trillion, the Financial Times reported earlier this month. Whoa. This increase in debt has contributed to increased economic volatility and has left the country in a weakened position to deal with shocks such as the current virus. Robert Goldberg, associate professor of finance and economics at El Defi University in New York, told Newsweek, in the last few months, this mountain of corporate debt has been compounded by a once-in-a-century event. Following the lockdown of state and local economies in March, the corporate debt market froze, and there was a slump in the issuance of new bonds. Now, that's bonds, B-O-N-D-S, in particular of non-investment grade debt. To get bonds flowing again, the Federal Reserve announced a program to support the corporate debt market, which improved liquidity. The Feds moved to buy $750 billion in corporate debt. So what they're saying, there might not be a bailout this time. That in the Main Street lending program, making $600 billion in loans to small and mid-sized companies, helped indebted firms avoid bankruptcy, but it also added to the debt pile. Aimed mostly at the investment grade debt market, the issuance of non-investment grade debt has skyrocketed in the last few months, said David Gooley, professor of economics at Bentley University in Massachusetts. Long term, however, it's not clear whether the now highly indebted companies will be able to survive, especially in industries like travel and leisure. This week, the U.S. Travel Association wrote a letter signed by 14 industry leaders asking President Donald Trump and Congress to expand coronavirus testing to revive the struggling travel sector. But what's crazy, Fitzgerald, it's going to be hard to travel if a lot of these countries, Fitzgerald, and we discussed this a couple of weeks ago or last week, the U.S. passport right now is less powerful than the Nigerian passport or the Ghanaian passport.
Yeah, you said that.
Passport.
I still haven't got my mind wrapped around it, with that, I guess, American passport, American, British, Canadian, Canadian Russian passport. It was some of the most powerful passports in the world. So my God, how the mighty have fallen. Listen, that article is not saying this, which is actually more scarier. Chinese hold a lot of that debt. Chinese holds a whole lot of our debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you default, you know, you got new owners. Yeah, that's the game. That's the game that nation plays similar with Africa. Okay, we'll loan you the money. The yen is doing pretty good right now. Okay, fantastic. You guys built that up. Great. Respect to you. You know, you stored up your currency while we was fighting wars all over the place and put military bases, and you put in your infrastructures. You made your thing, so you was able to loan. Okay, so if you start defaulting on that, guess what? The real owners show up. No difference. No difference with the fastest way to get on your feet. Miss car payments. Miss 3 car payments. Mm-hmm. You know, the fastest way to the fastest way to to get a taste of the real outdoors. Miss 3 mortgage payments. You'll get a taste. You know, because the real owners are going to show up. Okay, man, Dynass, man, we have talked this problem dang near 36 minutes.
Yeah. So what's the solution, guys?
Yeah. What's the solution? What talk to me about the solution?
Right. The solution, guys. You need your own. I mean, so there's an article that was written a couple of weeks ago. Me and Fitzgerald talked about this. Having multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury. Like you have to have it. Like it's no longer a luxury. There's no such thing as a good job. There's no such thing as job security. There's no such thing as, well, my degree and what I do, my field of work is in demand. Yeah, you know, there's no such thing right now. I mean, seriously, I'm a biotech, blah 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 blah. Biotech, blah 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 blah. Yeah. You know, that's. I mean, I'm sorry. You guys are on the chopping deck too, chopping block as well. I'm a biotech, blah 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 blah, from Stanford, Harvard. Yeah, that you know, you're not security board, unfortunately. So right now, okay, you have to have a home-based business. You're gonna have to take your economic. So basically, you're gonna have to control your economic destiny instead of relying on corporate America to control or dictate your economic future and destiny. You have to do it now. Like you have no choice. You have no choice. So me and Fitzgerald, we were speaking earlier, and we were talking about this for the last couple of weeks, how gold has skyrocketed. I mean, so let me check again real quick. It was just at 1961. Let's see where it's at now.
It's 1953 yesterday, I believe, but 1950.
Okay, so literally it was 1961 earlier today. I mean, earlier during the stream, like literally earlier when we first started this stream, it was 1961, right? It's now at 1968. So it went up $7 in the last 30 minutes. Well, now it's 1967, but it went up $6, $8 in the last 30 minutes.
Gold is sexy, Prince Amir. Gold is sexy. You know,
it really is. Your own business, okay? Why not start your own business that centers around gold? All right. Why not start your low cost of entry franchise that centers around gold, in which all you're doing is having people exchange their fiat currency, their fiat dollar that's losing value, okay, and exchanging it for an asset, which is gold. That's all you're doing. That's all you are doing. And if people don't understand that, then it wasn't meant to be. It's really that simple. We don't want to overcomplicate this. Like, we don't want to overcomplicate this.
I don't think people don't understand that. It's probably something they never heard before, or they probably have something to get their mind wrapped around. When I first started hearing about gold, you know, I mean, this is in my younger days, you know, I would think gold was like going to Zales and get a gold chain,
right?
And
what kind of gold chain you gonna buy at Zales?
Well, man, it got me. This is 30 years ago, man. I got the little Prince gold, had it shining across the neck. And, I put a little cross because that was the thing to do. I don't do that no more. As far as like that, a lot of that was, a lot of that band, but just for show anyway. I mean, you collect the gold chains, then you learn. You go to pawn shops and collect in there, and you get then sometimes you roll up and get that fool's gold. The stuff to turn your arm green. Y'all remember that? But how do we make this a business? Why do we want to do gold? Let's break this thing down to what it really is to get a clear understanding of this. Okay, number one, gold is money. Gold is what backs fiat currency. What is fiat currency? That's your Nigerian naira, your Chinese yen, your US dollar, your Russian ruble, your South African rand, your Japanese yen, your British pound. Those are all what we consider fiat currency, paper money. Paper money is not worth anything if there's not something backing it. For centuries, the backing of all that money has been gold. Now, that used to be a very, very good system. For example, back around the 1920, let's say about 100 years ago here in the United States, if you had $600 in a kilo of gold, they had the exact same purchasing power. In other words, you could take that $600 and buy that $600 in gold. Well, you fast forward to about to the 70s, and there was this guy called President Richard Nixon. He said, you know what? I'm going to suspend the gold standard. I'm going to suspend the gold standard, meaning that you are going to take gold away from what backs the dollars. What didn't back the dollar then? Thin air. The U.S. military, the resources, but who owned the resources? Resources belong to the people. Well, there's a little organization called the Federal Reserve to think they own they own America's right for money. That was never supposed to be. That was actually given away to them by a guy named Woodrow Wilson. He was president of the United States. Former that president of Princeton University, a notorious racist. But he was blessed with a photographic memory. And so what he did while people was on recesses, he sold basically America to a private group of families, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Wahlbergs. There's a book you probably want to read called A Creature of Jekyll Island. So to back up what I'm saying here, so when we took it off the gold, when we went off the gold standard, all of a sudden now there's a little demon that entered in the game called inflation. Right. Inflation is the equivalent of termites eating up your purchase power, your money. And it's slowly since then our purchase of power, our dollar has been devoured. Now let me switch back to the story. $600 and back in the 1920s would have purchased you about a kilo of gold. They're about roughly the same thing right now. You actually could have bought a brand new Ford. Back during that day was the Model T, and so $600 you could pay a kilo of gold for it. Or $600 something cash. Fast forward to July 29, 2020. Will the $600 purchase you that new car or that new Ford?
No.
Will it?
No.
You'll be lucky. You'll be lucky you get the banner for the license plate.
I know you get. I know what you can get for $600. You can get you an old school 1980 box Chevy.
Rusted out in someone's field that you're driving by down there, maybe going towards Newman or LaGrange, Georgia. But you know what? So and another thing, ladies and gentlemen, that $600 is probably worth now about $13 in real time value. Yet that same $600 for a kilo of gold, you would have somewhere along the line of $63,000. That's what that kilo of gold is worth right now. That's why you want to save in gold. You want to acquire assets, and gold. What I love about gold, of being money for the last 5,000 years, it's a universal symbol of wealth. All over the world, if you flash this right here, they may not know how to speak my language, or I may not know how to speak theirs. But everyone speaks the language of gold. It's a universal symbol of wealth. Now, what you want to do, you want to acquire as much gold as you can, fast as you can, and you want to hold it. Why you want to hold it? Because the mere fact that you're holding it is increasing your wealth. Now, if you got to live a little bit and live a little bit, we want to go ahead. No, you're going to have to live, not a little bit, or you have to live a lot. What you want to do is, okay, we're going to build up our residual income stream through Karatbars by going and sharing this with others. They decide they're going to start their gold franchise by getting one of them a business package. They start duplicating the efforts. It's called leverage, but you're still holding the gold. Okay. A further example, a personal example. I started in this business about like a little over 5 years ago, and I was 50 years old then, so I get a call from my friend, my sponsor, Mr. Michael Delco. Hey, Fitzgerald, I have a business that deals with gold. Let's go ahead and join. Sure, let's do it. Okay, and I registered within the business. Actually, he filled the stuff out for me. Because I didn't even do that. I mean, he did. Mr. Delco, he had a lot of leeway, a lot of latitude. I was his friend, but normally that's not the way we trade people. I did the same thing with Dynas. Okay, so he filled the form out for me. I started my gold business and I got going. Now, went back around in 2015, ladies and gentlemen, this same gold that you see me hold up right here, this stuff is like $1,100 per an ounce. What did you just say it was now, Prince?
Oh, let me check. It probably went up. Hold on one second. It was last time I checked, it was $1,967.
Okay, so if you subtract 100 from 900, you mean to tell me I made $800 per an ounce just by holding it, not lending it out anywhere, just holding it. And and believe me, I've got a little bit more than just this gram here. Okay, and I still got gold. I've given away about 4 grams since I have this. No, 6 grams, because I lost 2 grams to Prince Amir off a dumb football game. Alabama wasn't playing. I bet on dang Clemson, did all that stupid stuff. Bet on people who Alabama wasn't, Alabama. Yeah, well, that's a strong story. But
because it went back up to $1,968.
Okay, but for the most part, I've held all my gold all this year. Do I have any plans of selling it? Absolutely not. Well, Mr. Fitzgerald, how you live? I create a residual income. What do you mean by residual income? Money that keeps coming in, whether I'm out there working for it physically or not. Money that keeps coming in and keep coming in, and I get paid that residual income in euros. How do you create that income? I just simply go ahead and tell other people and say, hey, do you keep your income options open? Would you like that? You're looking at the ways to make more money. In this economy, you're not having no problem finding people. And they say, yes. I send them video to realmoney.info. And I call them back and I ask them 2 questions long. Number 1, did you watch the video? Yes. Number 2, do you see an opportunity for yourself? Yes. Let's go ahead and get your business registered. And we get them registered, we get them a business package, then I get paid a small percentage of that. I'm still keeping my gold. I get paid in euros. Now we have 1 of 4 business packages. The first business package, what Dynas, Amir, and I are, is called a VIP. That's what we are. Actually, Prince Amir actually won a free VIP. So he holds 2 VIP packages. I hold 2 VIP packages. Okay, that's about 4,900 euros. But so I think the way Prince Amir has said it is the best. For 4,900 euros, you can start your own gold franchise. One time, you got an international business, nothing ever else to pay. Okay, or you can get a gold business package. Gold business package is about 2,400 euros. Okay, one time. And then the silver business package is about 595 euros. And so you can get either one of those you want. Now, what's the difference? Now, when you acquire the business package, you're eligible to receive units. What are units? Anytime someone purchases gold, purchases business packages, purchases ATM, the blockchain computer, the blockchain phone, or any number of things within Karatbar system. You know, there is a unit value that it generates based on the item that is purchased. Now, you have two teams in the world of Karatbars. When you require 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team, based on the overall production of that team. It's not just you; it's other people dealing with you. Because it's through your network that you have introduced and brought other people in, and they brought other people in, they brought other people in. You're getting a percentage of all those who, as long as they're acquiring assets. Okay, so 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team. As a VIP, every time that happens, you can receive 80 euros like clockwork. I don't care if it happens if some lady is down drinking coffee in Mozambique, because we're there. You know, and she decides she gets a package. She decides she wants to save gold. Whether you bought her in or not, she's in your business. You get a percentage of that as long as you have a business package. Now, if you have a gold business package, 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team, you're going to receive a dual team payout of 60 euros. Apologies for that. If you have a silver business package, 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team, you're going to get a dual team payout of 50 euros. You know, and even if you have a bronze business package, you know, bronze business package about 180 euros. The 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team, you're going to get a dual team payout for 40 euros. Yes, you get double the income in the payout for having a VIP than a bronze business package for doing the exact same work. Duplication. People acquiring assets and people doing acquiring. They're building wealth for them and their family. They intend to lead to them and their family. Now, we're looking at things going on in the economy. We're looking at seeing a lot of things happening right here now. You know, I started off of this and I'm gonna just tell you my story. I started off of this like everyone, zero, and I went to building. And I went to talking to people. I went to sharing this, and I went to building my own business because you know, it is a business, and you have to take it serious. Your business is designed to make you revenue. You know, if it doesn't do that, you got a glorified hobby. Well, lo and behold, I stand before you, you know, a couple of years later with an organization close to 12,000 people, 12,000 business affiliates around the world who don't work for me, who work with me. But because they're in my organization, I'm able to get a percentage of that every time, you know, assets are purchased. What do you think that's doing for my income?
Right.
Okay, not miss me. Not just me now, and not just you. See, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot really outrun inflation with a linear income. What do I mean, a linear income? That's just the income that you are solely responsible for. Whether you be a nurse, whether you be a doctor, whether you be a plumber, whether you be a janitor, whether you be a teacher, it doesn't make a difference. You know, because there's only so many hours you can put in a day. It's only so much physical energy you have. But if you can figure out how to make money while you sleep by tapping into a system or something like this, it puts you in a very, very powerful position, a very, very powerful position. And so this is what we're doing. How do we leverage other people's time to help build our wealth? Okay, what's the worst thing gonna happen? Let's analyze this. You got a whole bunch of gold in your garage. I'm not selling you lotions, potions, and I'm not telling you you have to buy any other things. All those products, they're great. I'm giving you an asset. You're giving you an asset without any maximums or any minimums to purchase. And all you're doing is, you know, just sharing this with other people. Okay. Well, I don't know about all that. You know, I don't know if I can do that. Well, do you like to eat? Do you like to sleep in a warm house or air conditioned house? You like being in a bed. You like having gas in your car. Do you like being able to feed your babies? Do you like being able to pay tuition bills? Do you like being able to do that? Well, guess what? You know, guess what? You are working in someone else's system in order to create that. Now, here's the thing. You know, sounds good. for those that, hey, I'm all straight, I'm cool, I'm dandy, I'm making it rain every day. That's cool, as long as you got somewhere to go make it rain. What if the rain stops? What if the faucet stops? What do you mean the faucet stops? What if you lose your job? What if you're one of those people in a certain industry that people say, okay, well, we're going to close right now, we don't know when you're going to open up, and you're making six figures. What are you going to do for that income? If you realize that you just have your income coming to your house, you're just a couple of paychecks away from homelessness. You do know that,
right?
You do know that. Plenty of six-figure earners get put out jobs every day. Every day. But more important, but it affects the middle and the poor people more so. Oh, you do realize when you lose your job, you also lose your health insurance.
Right.
You know that the health insurance. Sometimes you even have life insurance that's tied to that. So you got to look at how do I create additional streams while I have my job, because your job will finance your fortune. You just got to divert it. And the first key to it.
Let me interject real quick. Thank God, while I had my job, and people were saying, Dynas, hide your identity. Dynas, don't put yourself out there. They're going to fire you. But thank God I started my little YouTube page. Thank God I did something. Thank God while I was working my job, I started to write my books. And I didn't listen to everybody else. Thank God I did that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the time to dig your well is when you're not thirsty. No, the time to plant your garden is when you got a freezer full of food. And the time to prepare for crisis before they become a crisis. Now, unfortunately, some people many people have got ill prepared. No one who could have saw this? Who could have saw what things are doing now? But nevertheless, it's upon us, and nevertheless, we need to get serious to take action as far as what we need to do now. You register your account. You get you one of the business packages. The link is going right down there with Prince Dynas Amir. I promise you, he is extraordinary, good at helping people and getting information out to better the communities. He is also extraordinary helping people with this. Prince Dynas Amir is personally helping, like, I think around about 635 families to date. That's how many people he has personally registered with this business personally. I myself is like 127. I'm nowhere near what he is, but it behooves you to do something. Now do something. Maybe this is not for you. Cool. Create your residual income. Create your residual income. Find something to do. Maybe you want to go out there. Maybe you want to go out there and say you want to go dig gold for yourself over in Africa. Cool. You got about $80 million a deal. Rock and roll. Those Caterpillar machines don't come cheap. Right. If you're going to the land, if you don't own the land, you got to lease the land from like some country like in Togo or Uganda. Maybe you said we want to start this type of business ourselves. We could do it. It's a black owned. No, what does it make a difference?
Let me interject, Fitzgerald. It is, your franchise is black owned.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I dig that and I appreciate that. But if you got about 35 or 50 million euros of your own money to start up, cool. And so if you don't have that, what you want to do, you want to participate in the system does have that. And understand, once you start building your residual income, you literally can go ahead and diverse that income, that income stream into other income streams to create additional income for you. And this is, in my opinion, the greatest financial opportunity in times to be alive in. I mean, it's more wealth out there, but it's not. It's on the global web. It's reaching the masses. It's reaching the world, and you got to have a product that the world wants, and the world is going to always. It's always going to be in demand, and gold is wanted, and it's continually to be in demand. So right now, we ask you, hey, go ahead, register your business account. When you do that. We can set you up with getting your package. Prince Amir is going to give you a call. He'll walk you through that. And if you can't get in touch with Prince Amir, or more likely, if he's making, when I mean that, he's probably making another video doing something, give me a call. My personal phone number is 1-716-573-6296, 1-716-573-6296. Now I got to put this out there. Please don't call me from restricted numbers. I don't answer restriction numbers. I mean, I really don't. I had someone, but we watched the stream and they kept calling me for restricted numbers. I'm trying to talk to them, they're not answering, and and hanging up on me. I don't even deal with you. My time is too valuable. Don't call me from a restricted number. And so that this is going to ring my personal number. My job is to help you navigate your website, plug you into the wealth building training by the telegraph information, and just get you going. Now, don't call me if you haven't registered your account. If you want to know more information in addition to what I already said, or you can go back and look at a couple of streams that Prince Amir and I made together, or you can just simply log on to therealmoney.info, and make your own mind up and take it far from there. Right now, Prince, I hope we have a time to answer a few questions. I mean, the comment sections are blowing up right here, and so I'll turn this back over to you right now, and if I can assist you, great.
All right, so guys, in the chat room is my affiliate link. Click on my affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. Again, it's in the chat room. It's at the ticker at the bottom, is in the description. There was one question I wanted to address. Let's see here. While building with this, do we use both of you gentlemen name as reference so we will be a part of your organization while starting our own team? Yeah, I mean, we're going to support you. Absolutely, we're here.
Yeah, you won't need us as a reference to start your own team, ma'am and sir. Whoever answered this question, no, it's your team. It's your team. Our job, understand this, and let me be emphatically clear. Our job is to support you to build much wealth for you and your family as you want. The Prince Amir and I support that. What do you mean support it? Well, we're gonna help you build it. We're gonna help you talk to people. We're gonna help you. We're gonna show you how to structure your business. Our job is to get you where you want to go, where your goal takes you. I don't give a dang if it's $30,000 or €30,000 a week. And believe me, we got people making that in this business. I don't care. Our job is to help you get where you want to go. So if anything, we more like work and serve you instead of the other way around.
Right.
Because now why do we do that? Simple. If we can't get you what you want, it goes against us getting what we want. So right. we look to empower our team. We look to empower our team, and we look to empower you. You're part of our team. That we're going to make sure we give that support. That's why you have my personal cell number. That's why you're able to get in touch with me. Email fitzgeraldstevens@gmail.com. I prefer a call. I like to talk to people. I like to feel people out who I'm talking to. Don't worry about the phone calls on my end. I already got an international calling plan, so I take phone calls all over the world. So I'm cool with that. So no, we're just looking to help you. No, that's what we do.
All right, cool. And guys, sign up as an affiliate. Don't sign up as a customer. Sign up as an affiliate when you guys sign up. You click on the affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate.
Now there is one. I don't. If I'm pronouncing the name wrong, apologies. ONUKE. Onkoe. He or she says, is gold an asset strictly because of tradition or perception? Well, a little bit of both. I mean, it's been, countries have went to war for this thing for thousands of years, and gold is an asset because it's deemed to be so. So that's kind of the way I see that. Or is it an essential tool? Yeah, it's an essential tool of building wealth. You better believe it's an essential tool. It's everyone's essential tool is having land before you decide to build a house. Can't build a house on the river. Can't build in space. You got to have a foundation. So gold, consider, but Prince Amir, I like to think of gold as money insurance. I like to think of gold as a hedge against inflation to protect and store your wealth. Okay. Cleek, Mr. and Mrs. Cleek, gold has no intrinsic value. You're 100% absolutely unequivocally wrong.
I told him.
Let me go to the next question. I mean, okay. Your people. Good to see you again. You was on yesterday.
Let me address that real quick, because as far as that, I mean, gold is used in just about every electronic. Your cell phone without gold will not be able to function. Gold is used in everything. almost. Go ahead, Fitzgerald.
Yeah, well, you got more patience answering that than me, man. You really do. Your people. Once again, thank you for coming back. You was on yesterday, and I recognize that handle. I just saw your question. Oh man, I just lost it. Okay. I'm interested in using gold websites, etc., to leverage influence and acquire more power. That was about your people. That was on Coed right there. And I thought I was reading this thing, but I love that question. You don't have to. Karatbar website for you is free. With that website, you get to keep up with all your marketing that's applied for free, including your sites, all your invoices, all your team statistics, everything to maximize your team is provided to you for free. You don't have to get a website. Now, if you want to get a website, you can go ahead and order something called a capture page through wealthbuildersworldwide.info. And that's a private call. I can tell you that. I don't want to, but I'll say this for other people to benefit too. I have a website, wealthbuildersworldwide.info. Okay, what happens is it has my username and my registration link, and it has the video to realmoney.info. So I can text that to someone and that to someone that they can look at everything they need to make an informed decision. Then they can also simultaneously register within my business. So that capture page has been an informative tool, but I don't get out there and go to GoDaddy and create an additional website. I don't do that yet. For my YouTube channel, I'm eventually going to create one. I'm probably going to do like FitzgeraldStevens.com. I don't use that for Karatbars. And incidentally, I can even write that off. So great question, but you don't have to. Karatbars provides everything you need to be successful. You bring the hustle. That's what it goes right there. And your people. They also would consume as a mineral source to increase their magnesium, and some humans believe they do to this day. Okay. Here's the question I was looking for you. Should I choose as an affiliate or a customer? Prince Amir already answered that. Affiliate. Don't let me corner the market, man. Help me out. Now let's say,
I already answered that question. I already answered that.
Black Madonna. First and foremost, Lady Madonna, thank you for joining us. I haven't seen your name before. I would remember that handle. Thank you. This is very interesting. It sounds really good. We appreciate that. See stuff to me, Prince Amir. It has to make sense. I'm not all that. Don't think I'm all that rah guy and all that stuff like that. And call me a salesman or whatever you want. That fits cool with you. So be it. Yeah, because you know what? I like to eat. I like to stay. It's about 90-something degrees down here in Florida. I like to have air conditioning. I like to have things for my necessary well-being. Fitzgerald, what the heck are you saying? We all do something to promote and market our business. In other words, everyone sells. You know what, dude? And you got you a fine Nubian woman or whatever. You had to sell her that you was the man to handle. And you have children, you got to sell them. They need to eat their vegetables before they eat their candy. Ma'am and sir, if you have a job, you got to sell that employer that you're the one for the job and you're the one that they should keep on that job. All selling is persuasion of belief. You are simply saying to people, hey, you look for ways to make more money. Who is going to turn you down on that? But be warned, you're going to get turned down. You're going to get turned down. But it's plenty of people out there. 140 something countries. You have many billion people who you can possibly put this in front of. All they have to be is 18 years old. And so you're looking at the end result. You're looking at what you're selling yourself. You're trying to sell yourself out of financial stress. You're trying to sell yourself out of not having enough income to meet your needs and not live the life what you want to do. You're trying to sell yourself. Hey, I'm trying to sell myself. I want to pay this student loan debt off. or I want to bring my husband home or my wife home, and you know, or I want a better future for my children. I want to move out the apartment. I want to put a down payment on a house. That's what you're selling. So anything you're selling, you to like, hey, I think I could use a better life for me and myself, and I got to get a chance to create it. And don't you really want that? Don't you really want that? Don't you really want a thing where your destiny is in your hand as opposed to another? You know, and Miss Black Madonna, phone number again, my personal phone number is 716-573-6296. 716-573-6296. If you're calling out from the United States, you want to put a 1 in front of that. You know,
okay. And one more time, before you call Fitzgerald, sign up as an affiliate. My affiliate link's in the chat room. Meet us halfway. All right. Sign up as an affiliate. Then we can guide you through the next step. So again, sign up as an affiliate. Everyone in the chat room, you know, if I sign up through the affiliate link, do I have to make a payment right away? No, but sign up as an affiliate. And the objective is to get your package. I mean, that's why we're here. You know, we are here so you guys could acquire your package and get your own Go franchise. That's the objective. So when I call, you know, the call is going to be about, hey, let's go ahead and get your package. All right, go ahead, Fitzgerald.
Okay. Oh, let me piggyback off of that, Prince Amir, if I may. No, we don't sell packages. The package is more so to you. Prince Amir and I got ours. You know, we're doing that, and I don't mean that in a cocky, condescending way. The package is your business. Your package is your business. For example, if you get ready to open up a restaurant, open up a computer repair center, or anything, you have to have brick and mortar. You got to get a building. You got to have somewhere to operate out of. Okay, you got to have employees. Just so your package, consider that like getting your building, getting your employees, getting your lights turned on, getting your computers. But it's far better with this. You can you tell me another business that you can start around the world for one time by 4,900 euros, and it can bring you back 1,000 times more than that. Okay. Oh, incidentally, when I said those 12,000 affiliates got around there, they don't work for me. Let's just say some of you I know right here that they work with me, and so I know there's plenty of you on here like, man, you know what? I wouldn't mind getting out the U.S. or I wouldn't mind getting out of Africa. I want to just move somewhere. I want to go somewhere else. Do you know that and I'll use myself for example. I could take this business right the heck now, and I can say, you know what? I'm kind of tired of man. Look, listen, I'm digging Ethiopia. I'm going to go right down there and sit in Abu Ghraib and just, I just want to get somewhere. I just want to get to the motherland, which I do. Okay. And I decide I'm going to move there. Do you know my whole business and all my affiliates shift right with me? Well, wait a minute, Fitzgerald. You don't want to say that they're going to get moved to Ethiopia? Yeah, they're inside of here. When I move, they move with me. I am my business. Man, some of y'all should fall off your chair if you really understood what I just said. You are your business. Your business is global. Your business is able to go where you want to go. And you can still keep earning your money, saving your gold, earning money in euros, still able to build your life with a residual income coming in wherever you want to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 55 years old. Why you keep saying that, Fitzgerald? Well, first of all, here's the thing. I ain't got time to be working nobody's dang job. You know, if I go over there to Africa and stuff like that in Ethiopia, I'm not going over there and say, hey, man, what's the want pages over here? How y'all get jobs? Man, how y'all do stuff? Please. I'm going to go over there like, hey, listen, I'm looking to buy me a couple of hectares of land. I want to put me some fruit things on it. Maybe I want to be up off an internet coffee cafe, wear a Cuban shirt with a Cuban hat on, get a Cuban cigar and just sit back and look pretty. Man, you being for real. Yeah, I am. I want peace. But I don't want to go out there trying to spend 8 and 9 hours away from the job, awaiting a job, trying to compete with the economy, trying to compete with people 30 years younger than me and all that kind of stuff. I ain't feeling that. I don't pay my time in that. But I want to be able to live a good, decent life on my terms. And so that's what I want to do, knowing that I'm still going to be making my wealth even when I'm in another country. And if I decide to go somewhere else, it's going to do the same thing. That's the power of this. See, most people's jobs, what's crushing people is that they only have certain territories. You have 149 countries. So even if you're self-employed, you know what? You can't move your business to across the state and possibly not lose it. And even if you do move across the state, you got to be there to watch everyone. This is self-sufficient. This is self-sufficient, and that's what we look at. And so that's why we're doing it, and Prince Amir said it best. Listen, gone are the days where you don't need to have a side hustle. Your side hustle is your hustle.
All right.
In this grip that's on the global economy right now, not only just the United States, we talk to people in Australia, people in England, who we do business with, and in Africa, they're telling us the same thing. You're gonna have to build something. Do you understand that? You're going to build something. We don't get people talking to us much more about, yeah, I got a good job. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's all right, man. I'm good. Hey, we support you, Prince. You and Mr. Fitzgerald giving us some good information. I don't know if I can do that. Some of these same people are calling us, hey, man, y'all still doing that? Because they've been seeing us consistently doing this a year. We've been going on doing this a year. Now all these things have turned out, they want income. Income is what matters, not titles. Income is what matters, not titles. I assure you, when you get ready to pay your electric bill, your mortgage bill, you get ready to go down to Publix and buy you some food, or Winn-Dixie at Kroger, wherever you want to go, I assure they don't ask you, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, what do you do? Man, you don't got the right job title. We can't sell to you. They bring it up at the cash register. The question is simply this: do you have the paper or do you not? That's how I think. And I think in strong economics terms, because I've seen what poverty does. I've seen what lack of resources does. There's nothing good about it. So we're giving you an opportunity, to create something giving you an opportunity, not a handout. We're going to run with you as far as you want to run. You're like, okay, well, Fitzgerald, that's cool. Let's go get started. Let me get my business package. Get out of my way. Okay, we're out of your way. We'll give you support. And you want those, okay, man, y'all cats around here trying to talk to the people, trying to scheme the people, doing that. Dude, you don't count. Let me be emphatically clear. I could care less about what you think. I've been, doing this for 6 years, helped thousands of people around the world. I matter to them. You don't count. Your opinion don't count. If you don't got anything that you're bringing people to help better their lives, stop talking. You sound foolish. Okay, but if you want to sit up there and say, okay, I want to find out more information, well, we told you how to do that. But here's what's going to happen. Job losses will increase. Marriage is going to be dissolved because of these financial crises. Okay, health insurance is going to level. Homelessness is going to increase. These are real life issues. So this is what we look to attack. And Prince Amir, man, I am going to wind it up and by simply saying this. Warren Buffett has said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you are literally going to work until you die. True or true?
True.
Fitzgerald Stevens says, if you don't make moves will be made against you. True or true?
True.
Mr. Michael Delco says, if you don't come from a wealthy family needs to come from you. True or true?
True.
It's up to you. It's truly up to you. God bless you all, and stuff, and wish you a very day. But whatever you decide to do something, because the wolves are coming. Do something. Prince Amir, I'll let you wrap it up. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Like, share, and subscribe. Again, go to dynastymir.com. Guys, make sure you guys click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. Also, it's in the description, will be in the description, and will be in the bottom ticker. So click on that affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate, and I'll personally call you. Mr. Philip Lindsay, I haven't seen your notification yet saying that you signed up as an affiliate. Mr. Lindsay, you need to sign up as an affiliate and go ahead and get a package. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Until next time.
Hold on for a second, Prince. I got to bring this up. Let's talk a little politics. Senator Tom Cotton, Arkansas. This food get online, and I talk about straight up food.
Go ahead.
Well, slavery was good for y'all. You know, there's a lot of good things came out of slavery. We can't have y'all teaching the 1619 initiative. You know, we can't have you teaching the true thing about what happened in slavery. Y'all making us look bad, dog. These are people, you know, who are in powerful positions like that, who make laws that hinder stuff like that. And so how are they doing like that? Well, they don't do it on the Jewish community. They don't do it on the other communities. Why they think people of color so dang weak? Because they perceive us without an economic threat to them. Okay, now there's another senator down here in Florida. You know, he happens to call a young female senator, Miss Cortez, I believe, up in New York, dynamic individual. He happens to use profanity with her. I mean, people think they can step to you any kind of way because they don't perceive you're a threat. Why aren't you a threat? Because you don't have resources. Okay, and it's literally a life and death. You're fighting for the very survival of your generations. You got to take this serious. You know, you got to get economically strong. You get economically strong, you get politically strong. You know, what was that Tony Montana sell on set on Scarface? First you get the money,
right?
Then you get the power, then you get the girl. First you get the money, then you get the power. No, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's time for us to play ball. You know, and you ain't caring who going with you. You know, you only take those with you who want to roll with you. But you have got to get your financial house in order. You have got to get your financial house strong. I'm not talking about to have, you know, a little Christmas fund. I'm talking about ability to influence, ability to move things and to affect your neighborhood. That's what we go after. Prince Amir, man, I'm so dang passionate about this dude. I can run around his house, but I'm not because I got to run on that bike trail. But you know, but you guys, the game is being played. Either it's going to be played on you, or you're gonna prevent someone played on you. No one or two choices. Prince Amir, man, I got to run. Take this microphone away from me, dude.
Okay, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Like, share, and subscribe. Go to dynastyamir.com. Sign up as an affiliate. Links are in the description, chat room, bottom of the ticker. Until next time, family. Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.